10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Utkarsh Tandon, and I welcome you all once again to this interactive post-match analysis. It was qualifier too, so another finalist for this IPL 2020, and it is Delhi Capitals. They've qualified for the first time. They'll play their maiden IPL final against Mumbai on the 10th of November, and what a journey it has been for Delhi Capitals as well, because having lost the track right there at the business end of the tournament, losing four successive games, then winning against Bangalore to qualify for the playoffs, and then again got a drubbing from Mumbai in the qualifier one. But what a comeback! And today, Delhi looked a different team altogether. The character which they displayed was actually commendable, and that's the reason they've won. Also, law of averages. One can actually argue that law of averages struck for Sunrisers Hyderabad, as they had four successive wins. They won their previous four games on the trot, and they lost this fifth game. So the law of averages struck at the wrong time for Sunrisers Hyderabad, to say. Now, giving you a brief summary of what happened today between Delhi and Hyderabad, it was, yeah. So there were two changes for Delhi. Delhi won the toss. Shreyas Iyer won the toss, opted to bat first. There were two changes. Leg spinner Praveen Dubey and Shimran Hetmyer were in place of Daniel Sams, the left-arm pacer, and Prithvi Shaw also was given a back seat. So Praveen Dubey and Shimran Hetmyer both were in. Delhi opted to bat first, and they stepped on the field with a different opening combination, as Marcus Stoinis got a chance to open with Shikhar Dhawan. Yes, Marcus Stoinis, and I don't know if you all remember or not, but Marcus Stoinis had a brilliant season, opening the innings while they were playing, while he was the captain for his franchise in the Big Bash League. He scored 700 plus runs, and it happened the same today. So Marcus Stoinis, Shikhar Dhawan got to a good start, 86 run opening stand. Shreyas Iyer after that looked good, but could not continue his innings, and it was Hetmyer again who provided the final flourish as Delhi Capitals reached 189 for 3. In reply, Sunrisers Hyderabad also had a different opening pair. Priyam Garg opened with David Warner, but David Warner again succumbed early to Kagiso Rabada. It was only Williamson and Abdul Samad who tried hard to take Sunrisers Hyderabad towards the total, but it was the Stoinis day, and Stoinis struck three crucial wickets at crucial stages, while the top wicket taker was Kagiso Rabada with 4 wickets. Now, for more of the analysis, I have my expert with me, Mr. Monty Panesar. Sat Sri Akal, Paji, how are you?
Sat Sri Akal, how are you?
I'm good, Paji. And as per your predictions, as per your what you mentioned in the previous show, Delhi Capitals have qualified, and now it's Mumbai versus Delhi in the final. For the first time, Delhi qualified to the finals.
Yeah, look, it's been brilliant year for Delhi Capitals, with Ricky Ponting behind the scenes. Finally, they're able to do that really well. But for me, I think the biggest difference was their last, Stoinis today. Stoinis was absolutely, the experiment paid off. We were talking about Prithvi Shaw not being part of that team, and I think, they may even sell him off next year. He's had a poor season. He may not feature in the IPL. He could go that far if you don't have a great season. But Stoinis, what a brilliant knock for him today.
Yes, as you mentioned, and that's why I said in the start that it was Stoinis Day picking two crucial wickets, giving two big blows in the same over in the fifth over when he came in the power play. He struck Manish Pandey and Priyam Garg over looking good. And also opening the innings, Paji, do you think it was a good decision? Because previously, as I mentioned, in the BBL also, he opened the innings for his franchise and scored 700 plus runs in the tournament where his team got to the finals.
Yeah, look, he's been brilliant. I think he's known for opening the batting and performing really well. I'm always skeptical about having huge experiments taking place, but sometimes they pay off, and today it really paid off. And then that's where you've got to now, can you sympathize with, like, look, Brendan McCullum, who experimented every time and it didn't pay off. But when it does pay off, like today, everyone's going to be singing Ricky Ponting's praises, going to think, wow, what a great thing. But
Yeah,
we know the other side of the when you do an
correct.
experiment, and then somehow the fans are ungrateful. They need to be supporting that team, and at that time they're going to think, well, fine, it's a 50-50 chance. It may pull off, it may not, but we're going to still stay
Correct.
loyal and committed to our team and support our team. And I think that's the learning that I get, is that today everyone's going to be singing Delhi Capital's praises, but it was a great experiment. It kind of paid off, but in the long run, there will be times when it may not pay off. That's when the fans
Yeah.
have to commit to staying loyal with their team.
Yeah, as and you rightly mentioned, because in the last game, Virat Kohli came up to open the innings. It didn't work, and everyone was there to criticize. So you rightly mentioned that it has two sides to it. Sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't. But you need to stick to what you do. Uh, Dhawan, again, Gabbar ne dahada, or he's proved once again that he's a big match player. He's a big match player for this team because he played at a better strike rate than Marcus Stoinis as well. And the 78 he scored of 50 deliveries.
Yeah, look, I think at the start of the innings, it took the pressure off him. Stoinis was going hard. So then when he got out, he was already in. And then it kind of gave him to think, right, it's my turn to go now. I've got to keep going.
Yeah.
And he did well. He did great. He did really, really well. So he went in there and he started to go after it. And then, um, has he had a great tournament? I think he's had probably his best IPL. And he must be absolutely delighted to get into the final.
Yeah. And Paji, as we are all talking about that finish from Hetmeyer or Panchude Hetmeyer, 42 not out of 22 balls. So Delhi also got that final flourish, also got that finish from Hetmeyer, which really worked for them.
Yeah, look, Hitmeyer again. What it shows, right, is that you can see how easy it gets once you get to a flyer. Stoinis, if you took that catch, Holder, who knows? Sunrisers would be winning this game today. Drop that catch, suddenly the momentum changes, and then even someone like Hire, who I think plays much better when he's already, it's like, I've scored a few runs. Now it's your turn. You go out there and whack it as well.
Yeah.
That is Heiter plays at his best. Then
Yeah.
that's when he plays at his best. Yeah.
And Paji, now coming to Hyderabad, again, David Warner got out to Rabada at the start. And after that, Kane Williamson, yeah, and Kane Williamson, I'll put both the questions together. Kane Williamson again showed cool, kept his cool, and probably one of the players to score two consecutive 50 plus scores in the playoffs. But it was the support from the other end which was lacking because the winning margin was just 17 runs for Delhi Capitals.
Yeah. Look, it was indeed, but it's funny, isn't it? They played against Mumbai Indians and they had a completely rubbish game, and now they got them in the finals. Um, I hope it isn't that sort of final. I hope it's a great final, but it goes to show that if I'm Mumbai Indians, I would rather have Delhi Capitals in the final, knowing we know how to beat them, than Sunrisers Hyderabad, because the unknown of Rashid Khan could actually destroy. He could bowl a side out very quickly. So Mumbai Indians must be delighted.
Yeah.
They must be thinking, yeah, we know how to beat
Yes.
Delhi Capitals. We should win the final.
It will be, Paji, it will be their fourth meeting in this edition of IPL, and in the previous three meetings, Mumbai Indians have won all the three games against Delhi Capitals. So, uh, uh, yeah. And now, Williamson, again, he scored. There was no support from the other end, but at the same time, there was a difference in the fielding of Sunrisers Hyderabad and the fielding of Delhi Capitals. Sunrisers dropped three catches, sloppy in the field. And at the end, the difference of 17 runs will hurt Sunrisers when they will get to the drawing board and rethink about how they fielded in the game.
Yeah, fielding was the difference. When a team isn't doing well, or the team is starts off with a flyer, fielding is the key. Where you think, right, doesn't matter if they're scoring sixes or fours or we're getting wickets, we got to commit to the ball and we got to take some catches. Rashid Khan's drop summed it up. It summed up the day for me, to be honest, for Sunrisers Hyderabad. They didn't have a great day, and when you have a senior player like that dropping a catch, Nadeem again, started the over with an arm ball. The pitch was abrasive, bowling to the wicket, unsure, bowling full tosses. Probably the nerves got the best of him. So I think, Sunrisers Hyderabad, they always play better when they are not desperate to win. I felt like they moved away from that game plan, and they were like, really, like, we want this. We want to get to the final. We want to get to the final. 5 out of 5 we've won. And suddenly, they were just a bit too, wanting a bit too much rather than just playing the game of cricket.
Paji, before moving to the viewers to ask the last question, what do you think was the change that revived the confidence of Delhi Capitals, that rejuvenated them?
Well,
What do
I'll
you
be
think?
honest
What
with
might
you.
it
It
be?
was no Delhi Capitals. Most of their games, 90% of the games, they lose a wicket in the first 2 overs, right? So they know they're going to lose a wicket.
Yeah,
And when
correct.
Holder, they thought, oh, Jason Holder's going to take that catch. Oh, here it goes again. We're playing with 9 wickets rather than 10. But it dropped, and then Stoinis, he kind of thought, right, buckle up, come on, get into good position, start whacking the ball. Sundeep bowled a bit too straight, got a bit too desperate. Bang, bang, that was it. The game started to flow Delhi Capitals way. That was a difference. I think even on the day against Mumbai, if there'll be certain things like if they don't lose a wicket in the first 2 overs, I think that's going to be. And the other one is going to be the last 15th to 20th, when Rabada and his South African teammate, when they come on to bowl and they have that last quarter, and they don't lose a wicket in the first 2 overs, I think Delhi Capitals may have a chance of winning the game.
Yeah. So now I'll move to Aman and Rohan turn by turn. So Rohan, starting with you and then followed by Aman.
Hi, Utkarsh. Hi, Paji. Sat Shri Akal.
Hello.
Sat Shri Akal, Rohan.
So, my question is that was Riddhiman Saha injured? I don't know. And has that played the difference for Sunrisers Hyderabad, because they didn't got a great start when Priyam Garg was batting with David Warner, because the combinations they had 2-3 combinations this season. Earlier it was Bairstow and David Warner, then came Riddhiman Saha and David Warner, and now it was Priyam Garg and uh, David Warner in this crucial match. So, has that played the difference today, according to you? Absence of Saha?
Yeah, big time. I think it's made a huge difference. Absolutely.
Definitely, as yeah, Paji, yeah, continue.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Yeah, I fully agree with you. I think it's made a huge difference, and Saha is such a crucial.
And Paji, the way he actually lit up the IPL with the kind of scores he was making, and at a good strike rate. So the knocks which he was playing, that was really crucial for SRH. At the same time, Paji, I would like to ask, SRH is now out, but uh, looking at the kind of resources which were available to them, Bhuvi was out, Shakib, Vijay Shankar was out in the middle of the tournament, then Saha also got out due to injury. So the scarce resources with which they were playing, looking at that and the way they hopped up from the eighth position to make it to the playoffs, then defeating Royal Challengers Bangalore, do you think it is good performance from the part of Sunrisers Hyderabad?
Look, I thought Sunrise Hyderabad, they kind of like they kind of got themselves into the game rather than saying, right, let's bring intensity to the game. Let us, put pressure on Delhi Capitals. They kind of reacted. Oh, when Rashid Khan takes a couple of wickets, well, he'll take a few wickets and we'll get back into it. So when he got the Stoinis wicket, even then they were kind of labouring and, weren't sort of, it was kind of like that kind of like, oh, they came across like they didn't really expect to win the game. They came across like, oh, if Rashid Khan has a great day, by chance we may win the game, and that's it. But I think if they came with a bit more purpose, and they kind of like really showed a bit more kind of that intent to win, that was the difference between the two teams. Delhi Capitals wanting to win, while Sunrisers Hyderabad was thinking, kind of like this, kind of thinking that, oh, we've done really well to get here. This is like our probably final. We didn't really expect to get this far out of nowhere. With the bottom of the league table, and suddenly they're like, oh, we're here. So, there's one team who's done really well, know how to win, had a great season like Delhi Capitals, and there's another which, until Rashid Khan took his wicket, there wasn't really, much of an impetus, from
their older and Sandeep Sharma.
Absolutely, and even Sandeep bowled lovely setup. He went a bit too straight. Off stump, outside off stump, he could have got Stoinis again, but he didn't. And you kind of felt like they were like, wanting it, but really nervous as well. Like, it's like, we're not expected to be here, but oh gosh, we've got to find a way of competing rather than, play our way. And then when they lost David Warner at the start of the first innings, that was that kind of like thought, oh, we're going to lose this match.
Yeah, but do you agree with this, that injury missouts have costed Sunrisers Hyderabad?
No, it hasn't actually. I think the key is Mohammad Nabi. How do we get Mohammad Nabi into the team? Do we drop Jason Holder and play two spinners? In April, next IPL, probably be abrasive services. I can't see Johnny Bairstow getting in the team now because I think
it is in India, Paji. Next IPL is in India.
It is in India, but I think Jason Holder's better. He can bowl a few overs. He's a big height.
Yes.
And invariable bounce that he gets is going to cause the problem. Yes. And he's batting well. I'd rather have Jason Holder over Johnny Bairstow in the team. I don't think Johnny Bairstow will play next year much because I think they're a better team without Johnny Bairstow.
Yes, because Saha has really given that hope after his 4 blistering knocks. So now I'll move to Aman. Hello, Aman. You're also live in the show, so you can go ahead with your question.
Hello, Magika and Paji. And do you think it was a convincing win for Delhi Capitals? Though Delhi Capitals wins tonight and will be in the finals, but the way Hendrick bowled, but it was not happening in the first half of the IPL. But it was happening. Look, yes, please.
They've lost games. Yeah, they've lost games when they've taken 4 wickets. So yeah, I think it's a comprehensive win by Delhi Capitals. They were first class, probably the perfect performance we're looking for. And Sunrisers Hyderabad, if David Warner, I think, got even a 20 or a 30, started off really well, they probably could have won the match. So
Yes.
again, I must say that Rabada has been brilliant. Rabada's been the difference, at the back end. Then 4 wickets, 4 for 29. What a great performance by him! And I thought he was absolutely brilliant, on the money. And he needs to have a good game. He needs to bowl well against Mumbai Indians. He bowls well against Mumbai Indians, and storing this experiment, he will open the batting 100%. So look, for me, I think Shekhar Dhawan was brilliant. Really good. He's batting. You know what the key to his batting is? He's picking up the length early, but he's playing it very late.
Yeah.
Not late he normally plays, but he plays it even more later now, behind the stumps.
Yes.
And that shot, the cut he got of Sandeep, he played it, went a little bit later, and then forced it between, backward point and cover point. That's when I know that's Shekhar Dhawan's trademark shot. And then he kind of went down the wicket, used the pace of Jason Holder, banged his shot, bang. That's the intent. This is the intent of Delhi Capitals. And then when he plays it really late and uses his wrist, that's when you know Shekhar Dhawan is in really good form, because he can play that same ball later than the other batsman. And that's why he's been so successful in the T20 game. He plays it much later, gets into position, but then plays it a lot later, that same shot. So you kind of think, oh, he's going to hit that to cover point. But it's like, no, he's hitting a backward point. So it's difficult to set a field to him.
Yeah.
And
And
so
it
the
was,
kind of shot
yeah.
and the kind of shot Manish Pandey played in a crucial match, on a very last ball, one wicket fell down, and in a very next ball he hit that shot in the hands of mid-off. Was it right to what was that time right for playing that shot?
Look, again, I think it's like, why are you playing that shot? You don't need to play that shot. But look how Sunrider Hyderabad fielded. Look at the misfielders they placed today. It kind of shown that they were a little bit not clear in their thought process. And that's what happens. The shot that you're not supposed to play, you end up playing because you're not clear in your thought process. And plus, it all comes back down to, as a team effort. Players are getting out. No one's outside sitting with the team. That's another thing you need to look at. Why aren't they not sitting with David Warner or the other team members? Jason Holder still got his pads on while he's sitting there. A unit team sits together. Look at Delhi Capitals. They all sat together when they got out. Small little things. So I think there could be some sort of, problems within the team. We don't know what that is. Johnny Bairstow is thinking, I should be playing. David Warner, as a captain, very much hierarchical. It's very much a hierarchical structure at Sunrider Hyderabad. Laxman is a gentle guy. He sits at the back. He won't say much. But David Warner, with the captain sitting, not with the team. Little things like that. Look at the unity of Ricky Ponting, Mohammed Kaif, all the teams sitting together. Here, captain and coach sit together. The team sits separately. Because this is a very much a hierarchical structure. So with that, I'm not sure if Manish Pandey is really enjoying playing under him, because, sometimes it's difficult. The Indian players are not used to going up to the coach as a captain and questioning authority, but you kind of accept what they say. And if they say, "Oh, that was a bad shot," yeah, that was a bad shot. Yeah, sorry, captain, that was a bad shot for me. But instead, it could be like, "Why did you play it? What was going on?" These things happen. But if you look at, it's much more of a Scandinavian approach. Delhi Capitals, flatter line of hierarchical structure, while you look at Sunrider Hyderabad, very much big mountain.
Yeah. So and Paji, one more question I had, that being a spinner today, how the spinners bowled? If you take aside Rashid, who genuinely bowls fast.
For me, it's about the finger spinners. Yeah, for me, it's about the finger spinners, right? So you look at Akshay
They were
Patel.
bowling too fast.
Yeah, they're bowling too fast, but Akshay Patel can easily, replace Ravinder Jadeja. He's 5 years younger than him, And eventually he could replace him, but his batting needs to get better. His spin is quite good, wicket to wicket, doesn't turn it much. Ashwin probably had a bit of a not a great day. First over went to 15.
Yeah.
Rashid Khan's always going to do well
33
because
in 3 overs.
he disguises it really well. So for me, look, I think that Nadeem was the poor link. If Nadeem had a good day today, I think they could have won that match. Full tosses, arm balls. He started off with an arm ball. Bowl it into the pitch with intent. His intent was.
And Paji, that decision.
Let me float it up there,
before-
because I'm a bit nervous of the short boundary.
Yeah, and Paji, before coming to Nadeem, he leagued or conceded 48 runs in his 4 overs. But before coming to that decision of bringing in Nadeem in the last over of the power play, considering Shikhar Dhawan is well set. So was that decision really wise, according to you?
Sorry?
So was that decision of bringing Nadeem in front of well set Shikhar Dhawan in the last over of the power play, was that wise enough, according to you?
I've seen it many times when I've bowled in that period, and you toss the ball up and you get the batsman. It's a dangling the carrot. Toss it up and they go on, hit the short boundary. You'll go for 6 or top edge it. And most of the times I've able to get the top edge. He bowled an arm ball. Spin it. Give it air.
That's my question. Yes, Paji.
Then he's bowling full tosses. No ball. Another full toss. Then he's bowling it full and he's like whacking him out of the ground. And I think that kind of set back for Sunrisers Hyderabad. And, that's something that Trevor Bayliss will sit down and think, where did we lose the game? Where was the game that we really lost? And I would say it was 4-48. Nadeem, even if they drop the catches and all that, it's the intent. Why is it Rashid Khan has such a, he gets hit for a few runs, comes back, gets it. His intent is always strong. He's at you. Nadeem didn't have that. Nadeem didn't have the same intent. And that's something that, he's got to say, well, look, I need you to start your over well. I need to go in there with intent. Bowl it aggressive. Bowl it with pace. Don't be, hesitant. Get in there quickly. Just go for it.
You probably, as you mentioned, that you got a top edge because you preferred bowling slow, giving it a spin. But as you mentioned, now Nadeem just started off with the arm ball and continuously bowled fast. Why we see nowadays spinners, especially finger spinners, bowling that fast with that pace? Ashwin bowled 101, 100.
It's a short boundary, the boundaries are short, so you got to bowl it quick. But then if you can give it a bit of air and you can like sort of, spin it, Ashwin still sometimes does it. But for me, I thoroughly believe that the best bowlers are the ones who bowl the most. You got to bowl the most unconventional over. It's got to be the worst over.
Yeah.
You bowl in 4-day cricket, but it actually is the best over in T20 cricket. So you got to bowl short and wide. You got to bowl full and wide. You got to bowl really slow, but it's short. You got to bowl cross seam, but it's it's completely 6 different balls, which Ashwin does brilliantly. Ashwin says to have a good T20 over, you've got to actually bowl, completely unpredictable. And Nadeem got a little bit predictable, if you ask me. First ball of the over will be either cross seam, arm ball, full, bang, 6. He already started off with, it's already started off. Yeah. Pressure's already on him to pull the over back. And he could have been unpredictable, Learn, watch the other bowlers. Bowler Under Armour, bowl from 22 yards, go over the wicket, bowl the ball, stop, break up the rhythm. There was nothing like that. It was already like, I'll just give you the runs kind of thing.
Yeah. So Paji, now last couple of questions for the finals, the preview sort of preview for the finals, Mumbai Indians and Delhi Capitals. First of all, do you see any changes in both the teams? Any changes? Winning combination? Will you break that combination?
No, I can't see any changes. It's going to be the same team playing. Mumbai Indians should win this. I just hope it's a good final and not one-sided, because then I think we probably everyone loves a good final, don't they?
Yeah. And if we have a new winner, then it will be probably more interesting and exciting and enthralling finally. Who do you bank on, Delhi or Mumbai?
I must say,
Because
it's got to be Mumbai Indians. They're the team, the best team, and Mumbai Indians will win this comfortably.
okay, and who will be your top performer? Top performer of the game match?
Kishan, the lefty.
Oh, I must say that you are very much impressed with Ishan Kishan. And Ishan Kishan, by the way, in only 12 games which he's played, he's the batsman with the highest number of sixes. He's hit the most number of sixes
Yeah, that's why I
in
said
just
him.
12 games.
Yeah.
And Paji's consistency means after Rohit's exclusion when he came up the order to open the innings, and from there on, his consistency has been phenomenal.
Yeah, since he got hit on that knee. And I've been there as a cricketer. When you get hit, it's very painful, and it wakes you up. It's like, wow, I got punched in the face. I don't want to get punched again. That's very painful. And that's what happens when you get hit by a cricket ball. So it kind of like thought, no, I want to, that's the end of like me looking cool and having all that. I'm not about that. I'm about a serious cricketer. And that comes secondary. And he's kind of shown that. He kind of shown that character. And that's what we judge people on, character. And he's got a good character.
Yeah. So last couple of questions from the fans before we wrap up. Aman followed by Rohan for the finals if you have any questions or any other questions.
Sir, in the finals, whom you choose in place of Praveen Dubey, the leg spinner, because final is in Dubai, so Delhi needs a pacer. So will Delhi again go with Daniel Sams replacing Hetmeyer, or an Indian pacer to Shardis Pandey, or maybe Harshit Patel, who can bat also?
Yeah. Look. I think Ashok Patel should actually bat at 3 because if Stoinis gets out, bring in Akshar Patel. 2 lefties, one's really tall, one is short, will mess up the lengths for like someone like Jasprit Bumrah. Jasprit Bumrah bowls well, more to the right-handers than the lefties. Lefties around the wicket, Akshar Patel a bit taller, Shakhar Dhawan a bit shorter. He has to adjust his length. So I would bring in Akshar Patel at 3 if Stoinis gets out early. If Stoinis doesn't get out and they both do really well, then I would number 3 for me should be Heitman. Heitman, yeah, he's a good player. Quicker between the wickets. Yeah, he bats deeper in the crease, and he hits the ball 270 degrees. Do you know what I mean by that? So he's a good player.
Yes. So no changes in the squad. Now, Rohan, last question of the day. Rohan.
Yeah, so as Hetmeyer was able to hit the ball today, will Rishabh Pant be coming up the order in the next match, or you'll go with Hetmeyer as he has played today well?
Yeah, no, that's a great question, and I think I'll keep Rishabh Pant as a phantom guy who just keeps dropping down the order and whenever we need him. I do think, look, for me, right, I think the number 1 team right now is Mumbai Indians. And if Kieran Pollard plays like the way he has done, it should be Mumbai Indians game. They should win the game.
Yeah. So on this note that Mumbai Indians winning the game on 10th as per Paji's prediction. So we'll meet on 10th at 11:45 p.m. Paji will be there. You can also join. So set your alarms. Tune in at 11:45 p.m. Indian Standard Time, and we'll be there. So it's good night and goodbye this time from my side. Thank you, Paji.